Today, the dreaded Bilock. I just wanted to make a quick video pointing out a few features of this. Now, if I'm trying to be impressive, let's have a look at that key. Look at the pitting. We've got some super high, this number one cut, the very highest cut behind the very lowest cut. Really quite nasty. This is a first generation Bilock and therefore no interactive element. We've just got the 12 pins, 2 sidebars. You can, when picking these, this is just a bit of a tip, use top of the keyway tension, jam it into one side. If you're going to do that, pick in the sort of direction that's going to put the least pressure on this centre bar, which is you want to put pressure on the top of that centre bar, not on the bottom. So in this case, I could tension counterclockwise, but if I tension clockwise, I risk snapping that bar off, and that happens a lot. If I want to go clockwise, I should just simply put it in the other side. Better than that, actually, don't use this. Make yourself a tensioner. I've just taken a wiper insert and filed it down till it fits nicely into that space there in the faceplate. If you have a centre post in the faceplate, for example on a next generation, just cut a slot there. But this is the way to tension your Bilock without breaking your faceplate. It looks like someone's previously possibly even done that. There's a bit of wallowing on the faceplate here. I haven't really been picking this one a lot, so I don't think it was me. Pick we're using is a Peterson half diamond. This is the pick to use for Bilock, really, or not necessarily Peterson. Any half diamond will do it. I'm going to be tensioning counterclockwise and start on the right hand side. I'm experimenting with angles a bit and realise I might be getting in your way. Feels pretty good. A bit of movement there. I think we might have the right sidebar set. Let's move to the left hand side. We've got some binders, a little bit of movement there on 3. What was that 2? 3, look at that. Alright. I'm just going to zoom you out a little bit so we don't lose you as we move down to a pinning tray. I'll just take this out of here. Put it straight down there where you can still see it. Get this out of the way and grab a pinning tray. Righto, now, so that's open there. Oh, that's locked back up upside down. Might need the key to fix that. It's not just jammed. That really did need the key. Alright. Key here actually. Sorry, must remember to stay in frame here. Certainly not going to pull any shenanigans like that. The lock you see in my gut is the lock I just picked. As you probably guessed from the title though, there's something going on here. And you may have seen, I mean, I probably should have made that look a bit more difficult. You may have seen some Bilock videos where somebody's picked it, and then we'll get to this stage. Let's bring you down a bit, zoom you in a bit so you can get a good look at this. So here's our core coming out, 2 sidebars there, proper core. It's got the sidebar channels, nothing dodgy there. Real sidebar, both real sidebars. As you can see, there are 6 fingers on each sidebar. What these fingers do is actually poke into holes through there and engage slots in the side of the key pins. So without those little pins on the sidebar, the pick's not valid. And they're proper sidebars. I can show you the sidebar. Springs are there, pins are there, or fingers, or whatever you want to call them. So those sidebars are correct. What was that? That was the core. Over here. Sorry, housing. Now, what I've seen is a couple of videos that get to that stage. They've showed you the sidebars, and oh look, yeah, no, there's definitely 6 pins each side. Look, I've got fully pinned Bilock here. Yep, 6 pins, all sprung, they all move. So yeah, I think I'll end the video there, and I'm just incredible. Yeah, Bilock, I'm amazing. But hang on, why would I stop the video there? Because all I've really got to do at this stage to show you what's inside this is pull this little cover back, and springs might want to sort of start jumping. If I'm careful, they won't. There we go, the cover's off. We can dump all our springs out. Try not to get them too tangled. Sorry, coming out of frame a little bit. I haven't been watching, I hope I wasn't out of frame there. I don't really feel like refilming this. This is more for education, what to be aware of when you're watching someone's Bilock pick video. A fully pinned Bilock 12 pinner isn't necessarily that special. I'm just going to dump these out. Zoom me out a little bit more. Hey, no, not that far. Well, it doesn't really matter that I went out of frame there, because I'm not claiming in this video that I've picked a proper Bilock. So let's get you back on these pins. I'm just going to turn them and make them so the gates that those little fingers on the sidebars must engage into are visible. I have used a few different pins here. Let's take a look. I'll bring it in closer to you actually. Look at those false gates. They're absolutely cavernous. What I've got to show you here is a Bilock pin kit. This contains basically all of your options. I've got it going backwards. All of your options for Bilock pins. Now, if I move you back up, show you the lid. This is the telling part. So these pins 1 through 4 are your main pins, and they have 1 true gate and 1 false gate in each one. These pins are what make a Bilock hard to pick. All of these other pins are master pins and have at least two true gates in them, and generally no false gates in them. And in the case of things like a K pin, it's literally all spaces 1 till 4 open. So you don't need to really do anything except touch it to set it. In this case, I've used a couple of, I think, G pins so that I'd actually have to lift that pin and make it look like I was picking something. But you know, realistically, your Bilock in the wild is going to contain a fairly large mix of these master pins, and that's why Bilocks aren't rated as black belt locks. If they only contained number pins, no mastering, all with false gates, I truly believe they'd be some of the hardest locks in the world to pick. But as it is, what you buy off the street is just as likely to contain a massive mix of these master pins. So if you want to see a good Bilock pick, there are a lot of them out there, but I do really want to see the pins at the end of one. So look, the lockpicking lawyers latest Bilock video, absolutely fantastic. I think he had 0 master pins in that thing. I think it was completely numerical pins. So, you know, kudos to him. He's one of my favourite pickers and incredibly skilled guy. So obviously lots of other guys out there that don't get anywhere near the fame and mention of him, but you know, in terms of video production quality, that's the one to watch for Bilock. Anyway, thanks for putting up with my rambling. Thanks for watching and have a great day, night. See you later.